Here are the 5 things I'd change as a year one student. Hi there. For those that are new here, you are most welcome. And for all returning subscribers, thank you so much. I am Della Akowal, a third year student trying to embrace her journey of productivity. But before we hop into that topic, I'd love to share God's message that He has for us today that is coming from Philippians 2:5 that says, "Have among yourselves the same attitude that is also used in Jesus Christ." Amen. So this verse encourages us believers to adopt the same attitude that Jesus Christ demonstrated while he was on earth, which was basically Jesus was an obedient person. He was compassionate. He was someone that had selflessness. So this verse is calling us to follow his example, because if you are a believer, you are ought to have a Christ-like attitude. Yes, be kind to others, be loving to others. So that's what this verse is calling us to do. It's teaching us to have a Christ-like attitude. Love others as you love yourself. Okay, and that's the verse that I had for you today. Now, these are the 5 things I'd change as a year one student. Number one is embraced curiosity. As a shy girl back then, I never embraced curiosity in my life then, because I always feared to speak out in public. I always feared to share my thoughts because I thought I was, you know how you think of yourself as a slow learner? That's what I always told myself, that I'm a slow learner, which was not the case. And I feared, I was always intimidated. Yeah, I was intimidated by others that would always click so fast in class and were always raising their hands up. And maybe there's a point the lecturer said, or the teacher pointed out, and I did not understand. But I'm seeing people putting up their hands, like, and then I would be like, how, but I didn't embrace that curiosity in me, like, how are these people able to do this? Why don't I get up and start speaking for myself to ask the lecturer, oh, I didn't understand this? Maybe I would have found the class easier and loved lectures. 2, build strong relationships. This is so important. And if I focused on this back then as a year one student, I feel like I would be so much better in life, in grades, and so many other things, because your friends are not just friends that you meet at school, but you look at these people who are going to be with you as you grow higher and higher. So I felt like if I had embraced build strong friendships, if I took my time to notice the people in my class, to notice the people around, to figure out which people I want to surround myself with, rather than having this, it's a habit that happens because it's from my own experience, and also I know I've seen it around, and you find yourself befriending the people you were friends with in high school, in primary. Yes, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, no, but take time to observe. If these OGs or ORBs are people that are going to help you embrace productivity, then it's okay. But if you find you just OGs and the person or the people are not going to give you that advantage of you studying higher to get higher grades, or studying for a better, like, let me say better what better let me use grades, yes, since we are talking about school. Yes, but even friends are supposed to help you out of school. So those are the things I would have built strong friendships, because right now 3 is developed good study habits. I explained study habits in my previous video of where I was doing a semester prep. If you haven't watched it, please, it's in the description box. Please hit that and see what I mean by study habits. But I'm going to summarize something where I'm saying developed. I would have developed good study habits early enough. This is in terms of making a timetable, making a program that I would follow, that I would stick to, that if I'm waking up at this time, if I'm doing readings on these days, if I'm attending classes daily. I was never in class. I would not lie. Yes. So if I developed good study habits, that could have improved my productivity as well. Yes, and that's why I thought of sharing with someone out there, a fellow student too, that it is never too late, but embrace them. Yes. 4 is I would have cultivated the love for reading. First of all, I never loved reading at all. I never loved taking the time to get a book when there's no test, guys. Never. I would never think of getting a book to read. I'd wait for tests to come out to read. Test programs like test timetables to come out for me to read. I'd wait for a final timetable for me to read because that's when I'd feel the need to read. But as a student, you have to cultivate a love for reading. You need to know what time that brings us to that brings us back to our study habits. We need to know when to read, what time to read, and have also time for other stuff. Yes, because I feel like if reading, the love for reading was part of me, I would have loved everything. Like basically, even when I started reading now about something, we shall talk about that in another video, probably what I do now. But reading, once it's a part of you, it is something you love over and over and over, and you're curious to know what happened next or what did this next. You get, so that is something that a student needs to do. That's what I'm telling, but now I am talking to my younger self when I was a year one student. Right now I'm a third year student, and that's what I would have changed. I would have embraced the love for reading. And that brings us to our last point, that is enjoy the moment. Yes, I did enjoy the moment. I took this personal, by the way. I did enjoy every moment. But there were times where I didn't really enjoy the moments. Like times where I was always thinking about how my future would go. Would I get a job after campus? Is it even necessary for me to study when there are no jobs? You get, because you're having people who are telling you there are no jobs and so forth. Yes. So I'd always ask myself, will I even get a job? Will I do this? Sometimes you're feeling depressed at a young age, guys. I'm in my early 20s. At a young age, but you are feeling depressed. Enjoy the moment because there is time for everything. Yes? There is time for everything. It's just about like a verse in the Bible that says, "Give us this day our daily bread." Everything, every day has its own bread. So if you can't enjoy now, you are going to have some regrets later. Maybe when you're busier, maybe when you can't do it anymore, maybe you're sick, you can't do it anymore, and the past remains the past. So you can't go back to the past. So enjoy the moment. If they're inviting you out for a party, yes, go. And I'm not saying enjoy the moment like completely and forget all your plans. No. And I'm not saying the time when I would think of the future, and yes, it has to be planned out, but also enjoy. Sometimes it would limit me to do some stuff, or like, I would tell myself, oh, maybe I'm overspending or something. Maybe I would use this money in the future for something or something like that. No, I'm not saying have bad spending habits, but I am saying enjoy the moment. enjoy the moment, enjoy the friends you have now, enjoy the family you have now, enjoy your classmates. All those moments, cherish them, love them, and also find time for yourself. Love yourself. Yes, and trust me, you'll have a good productivity life. And those are the 5 things I would change if I was a year one student. You too should tell me what you would change as a year one student if you were a year one student. Now that brings us to the end of this beautiful video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.